everyone, and welcome back. Today we are playing Temur Control. This list got third in the MTGO challenge. I think today, the 16th. Oh well, it'll be the 17th when this comes out, I guess. So yesterday on the weekend, I got third in the challenge, only placing behind Blue Black, Reanimator, and Boros Convoke. I know, a big shocker. Convoke won the challenge, but outside of that, this list is very, very cool. The main feature, if you have not seen the deck list yet or what we're trying to do, just very quickly, I can kind of go over the main 3 cards outside of everything else. Is what we want to do is we want to play this and mill over lands. We play 30 lands, so it's half our deck. We mill this, we sacrifice it, we bring all the lands back. Sometimes we do it early just to pull out all the lands and get a lot of mana up and running. And then we want Nissa. Nissa's kind of like our combo piece. This helps us find other aftermath analysts, or also helps us make mana, because sometimes we will be ready to World Souls Rage. We'll do this for like 6 or 7, and then we'll put all these sacrifice lands into play after that, and then we get the World Souls Rage again because Nissa's online and making us extra mana. So sometimes helping us swing a little bit higher. Outside of that, our main win con is this card. It deals X damage to any target and put up to X land cards from your hand and or graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. And what that means is we can grab these lands out of our graveyard, and if they're not in our graveyard, we can play them from our hand and accelerate our mana base pretty quick, which helps us lead into this Virtuous Strength, which is a Nyx Bloom Ancient, is one of the old cards that we had. By old cards, it was in the last rotation. It might even still be legal. I have no idea what's legal anymore. But if you tap a basic land for mana, it produces 3 times as much as that mana. So pretty much what you do is you cast World Souls Rage after this is in play, and you just pick a number at random, and then it generally will probably be that amount. So outside of that, let's go ahead and hop into the games, see how they go, and I hope you all enjoy them. But let's just go and play the matches. I'll play first. Sure. What do we want to do here? This one? First. Oh, dude. I'm gonna lose it. Very weird, because like it should be a good matchup for us. Go grab this, I suppose. And we'll grab an island. Sure. I would like to draw something other than land, but it's okay. We've already thinned out 2. That's a rage. I think I wait 1 turn though. I'll grab a rage. So this means we should put more lands in. Want to grab a mountain? What do we got, opponent? Angers, maybe? Trample nonsense. Archaeologists definitely ooh, they tap out? What a... Guess it just should be eat as much damage as possible here. Wow. I think I rage. I think I rage first for 2. We get this off the board. Grab both of these. There we go, and we grab island, I guess. Need more green here. And then I could play a land and play a Virtuous Strength. And if this sticks around, then I just get to cannon them pretty much. As a Felden. I mean, either way, we can get this Godric off the battlefield, I'm pretty sure. 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. I mean, I realistically think I just go for this and I just beam that thing for a ton. 1, 2, 5. I'm gonna keep one of these in my hand for the Nissa. And we'll gain some life off this and kind of just try to slow it down. The reason we keep this is so when we play Nissa, we can actually activate it. Also, doing this first allows us to play this Virtue and then also make mana. Then we have 3 and more of them in the yard. And then we'll have 4. So I should be able to play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then play Nissa and then play this. The only real downside would be to hit another Nissa. Down to 1 card. I mean, that's pretty good. Let's play Virtue here. It makes 3, so I can tap Island, tap Mountain. Just to pay for this, which is absolutely absurd. And we have 2 red floating. Which is fine. We don't really have a whole lot of blue spells outside of Ill-Timed Explosion. Don't get me wrong. Felden's the kind of annoying card here. Sure. Alright, that works actually kind of perfectly. I deal 3, and they get to look at minimum cards with Felden. I did just enough to get it off the board. Monstrous Rage or Kamano? I feel like it's just Kamano, right? And then escape this Squee. Could be Monstrous Rage with Squee. I guess we'll do Nissa. I should have used the other mana, but Nissa can make the green, so it should be fine. Nice. We only have 1 more mountain, so... Brutal. We were looking to hit the other one, but we missed. Fine. Because then we can rip the rest of our lands out. The only real problem is we actually have to win this game. Now, we have all the mana in the world that any of those spells, like any of these, is just lethal. But we actually have to hit that. This can also block Squee. That's pretty cool. Sure. Block. One. Now there's a red in there, so I know I only have 1 red, so I'm gonna make sure that I don't mess that up. Oh, I really had to hit every copy of Nissa before I hit one of these. This is what we were looking for, but we hit every Nissa instead. I mean, I'm just gonna cast one out. Just an alpha strike if you would. No worries. I mean, another Virtue wins here. This, like, doesn't win, but it makes it very hard for us to lose because we just thin the rest of our deck out where we really only have actual fetch lands or no cards in general. Because we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18... We have like 10 lands left in the deck. That's actually a lot of lands. Oh, do we rip it or die? Okay. Do we get another chance to rip it or die? Wow. I had way more than 20. I just had to hit it, submit 0. Very nice. So we kind of escaped that game where it looked very troublesome there at first, but very nice. Against red, we trying to fog of war. Gain 1 life for each creature on the battlefield. Prevent all combat damage to be dealt this turn by creatures power 3 or less. It's a little awkward. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's worth. Not really worth it. Kind of whatever. Not good. Kind of whatever. I mean, it's really just fog of war, I think. We really want a virtue once. I think we want to lower our Nissa count. Because when we play Nissa, we kind of want to combo with Nissa. I don't think we have time for Doppelganger. I could be wrong about that option, but I feel like we don't have time. And that's where we really struggle in this matchup. It's like on the draw here, we're going to be very vulnerable. So let's just get into the match. See how it goes. Oh, boy. I mean, I don't really know what hands like this should look like. I'm like not opposed to this. Just because I have this already. And I know I play mostly land, so like realistically I have way higher chance to draw land probably. Now we're in an awkward spot where we actually don't want this to hit anything because we don't want to put a counter on it to an extent. Or we wanted to hit something, so we didn't put a counter on it because we don't want to block the Felden with it. What are we doing? We do have like a good way to keep in this game. We just have to draw the green. I mean, I'll take the block here. Maestros. So I still don't get a green here. I hit the 1 land. It's not green. Or I think. I could be wrong. There might be multiple of these that don't have green, but I don't think so. We really just needed the green land. And then we could actually kind of tempo back in because like the green land would come in tapped, whatever, and then we would just shoot the Phoenix chick. Oopsie. Block here. Go for this. Here's my forest. Here's my memory deluge. Now we pass. My forest? It's like so weird because like game's like fine right now. Pumping now. Don't foreshadow what you're doing. Keep highlighting your lands. I don't know what you're doing. Okay. I mean, block like this, I guess. We want to keep the 1 down so they can't get any value off this. That was the whole point. Oh, boy. We need to find a green source, please. Okay. Not necessarily a green source. I mean, realistically, we're just dead here, I think. So I'm just going to concede and move on. I didn't figure it would be that hard to find a green source in this stack, but apparently it is. Like, I don't know. It's like with a green, we can potentially crawl out of that, but without a green, there's just no shot. I will play first. Hey, are you green? You are? Okay, cool. I'll keep. I can play this and mills kind of the same thing. If I draw a land, this is like really good, even though like it doesn't quite work out. Again, we play way more lands, so our chance of drawing a land on the 50-50 roll is actually higher here. A mall. Also, having green and a red right away for this World Souls Rage is actually pretty good. Nice. All right. We kept just on the fact that we have a green source this time. We kept because we already kind of have the mana for this and also this to an extent. And if we draw another land, we actually have like a good card here. Do this. Okay. Not over one land, so our chances of drawing a land is still higher. Phoenix Chick, honestly, hardest card for us to deal with. What are you highlighting that for? What do you got for 1 minute? You gonna make that fight? Oh, okay. I was like, what are we doing? We need this to be blue if we can. Basically, mountain, forest, or plains. Mountain, forest, or plains. Well, there's not a plains. So in this hand, we want this to be a forest. Let's do this as well. All right. I'm telling you this much. If we hit a land, we are cruising. That's what's so cool about this analyst is the mill factor and everything. They just attack over the top, kind of leaking us some information. I mean, like, I hate having to do this, but we have to. We need an island, right? Forest Plains Island. Yeah. Then now we can sack one of these next turn, gain a ton of life. Hopefully that stabilizes us. Then we can World Soul Rage, gain a ton more life. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, cough?
When this war is over, we will finally rest.
Who hurt the red players, Brand? Who was like, I'm breaking out cough today, dude. You think I could deal with non-cough matchups? Attack cough. No. Let's activate here. Very cool. Going back up to 15. So we'll grab an island. Another island. We want to make sure that we have grabs later too. Like here, we're definitely going to grab Forest over Mountain. I do think I just grabbed Forest still. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7. So I can actually play this and do a lot of stuff. Especially if I not like dead here. Yeah, I do have another World Soul Rage. It's good. I can fire it off and just get this Phoenix Chick off the battlefield, I guess. Or I can ill-time Explosion, and that is so much more sick. Green, green. Green, green. We want to do it like this. So now we Virtue for a ton. And now we ill-time Explosion. We need to do 3. I should have made sure I had a blue available. Echoing Deeps can go. And then I guess Memory Deluge. Because realistically, they're dead next turn. No way. That sucks, dude. What? I feel for the red player on that. Normally, I don't feel for the red player, you know. Red players, ooga booga. You know, like, who cares? But that sucks, bro. No reason that you're thinning with Koth and then your Felden hits like that. That is so messed up, man. Oh, they're definitely dead. What am I even doing this for? I just forget like how much 3 times. Like this 4 over here is like 12. So they're at 19. I do 20. I do way more than 20. All right, I'm doing 40. Did not realize it was going to be that much. Yeah. Oh, you tried. What if I just shot myself for 20? Oh, that would have sucked so bad. That would have been so funny, though. I have a hand of 7. They're screaming mono red players, so they're playing Esper. That'd be so annoying. I got to maul that hand. I would say this is much better. I'll keep here. Nissa, I'll find later. I think I want to be able to keep this and plus the L time. I didn't even check if I can make a mountain. This Boros Convoke. See, this player was like, listen, I'm not even gonna pretend that I'm gonna play mono red anymore. Mountain. Then we'll play Forest and we'll play an Aftermath Analyst. And then we can play this and it'll crack. Ooh. Alright, 2 of those. This is big Boros. I can't be convinced otherwise. I'm about to get hit with a lightning helix and cry. Oh, dude, this Aftermath stays. Feeling very good. Very good. I hate it here. Basic mountain forest. I'll just grab another forest, I guess. This shouldn't be that bad of a matchup, really. Unless they play like a big angel or something. I can't imagine this is shit. Just like main board Gaia, yeah.
Good thing it wasn't against me. The experience will do you good.
I'm gonna play this and try to find a card that matters. For each X target permanent, create a token that are copies of the permanent. Can I make one of these? That'd be sick. I would enjoy it. Okay. I genuinely don't know what we're playing against. Like, I know what these mean, but I still don't know what we're playing against. Now I definitely don't know. X is 0.
Get out there and blaze a path.
We'll do this. I'm just gonna keep ramping while I can. Do this one. Do this one. You can cast this for 0, I guess. That is something I can do. They're gonna go bonkers here, probably. I would like to find a 5-mana spell to make sure I can get this off the board, but it would have to be a virtue, I guess. Who knows? Dude, I'm getting attacked.
Got you.
I'm just gonna draw my card. They're tapped out, so. Oh no! I lost my creature. This one? Sure, I guess. Play this. Gain life. Want to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I can make 2 copies of this. I just don't feel like I could win with it. What a weird deck. I like randomly run into.
Wisdom kindles the heart.
Big Chandra. Yeah, I don't have to stick around anymore, I think. I think I'm good to just move on. Yeah, these seem good. Not going to play any counter spells. Red and white. But their big walker's red. That's the other thing. Like, my deck's going to suck for this matchup. I mean, I guess fogs are good. Realistically, my creatures aren't going to be around. I mean, I'm trimming a land, I guess. I understand. We have a lot. Trimming one. I think. I guess island, weirdly enough. Yeah, let's just do that. I could also just play with 61. I guess it doesn't even have to, like, I don't even have to cut to 60. We'll play first. Red. No. I mean, I have a Nissa, so I don't really have to do it quite that way. Blue. Forest. Play this one. I have 2 islands, right? Honestly, Memory Deluge might be better than the Fog for right now. I can also pick up the Fog. That's the best part about the Virtue in this Fog, is you just keep doing it over and over again. Lightning Helix is possible at any given point here. Mountain is on this one, so I will go grab Mountain. Oh, it's not. Pretty sure land. Never mind. I cannot return Fog. For whatever reason, I thought I could. Clearly, I thought I could. Pass. Let's see if they play like a wedding announcement or something here that I can play as Nissa and get value off of. Urbrax Forge. Urbrax Forge is weirdly should be too slow. Like in theory, should be too slow. If it's not, holes and walls for sure. One. Green, I guess. Red. I'm gonna go ahead and fire off one here because if it sticks, then I get way better results. If it doesn't, I have another one to play. Because I have an untapped source, right? So, like, realistically, depopulate's the only thing I'm afraid of. But they play a lot of things that would matter with that. Honestly, not blocking the one. It's not worth it to have my thing be able to get hit with a shock. Alright, well. I think they're dead here. Or we're setting them up to kill them. Green. Green. Red. Play this. We'll sack this. Do all these. Called manas. Oh wait, I should probably Memory Deluge here, huh? Never mind. I'm definitely gonna have enough to play this Virtue and probably kill them. Or well, like next turn, I guess. I'm just grabbing a random at this point. red, green, green, red, red, green, 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 red, red, green, green, red. Yeah, seems good. Seems good. Seems good. Sure. Timeless Virtue. Memory. Fog and Iltime. Combat. Bonk. This is kind of what more I felt like this matchup should be like, because they shouldn't interact with us too well. We just need to do better positioning of our Aftermath Analyst, I think. And I think that's where this game changed, like, tremendously, where we've got a lot of value in our graveyard, and then this Aftermath did whatever. I'm not gonna lie to you, big dog. It doesn't matter. Okay. Be good. This one. I'm just like randomly guessing if it's enough. And I'm just like, I'm always short. It's kind of funny to have that much mana and just be like, I guess we bring this in. Honestly, I literally might just run 63. No, I don't need more than one of you, I think. Kel and I want just to ramp and kind of keep up. That's what I feel like I want. I don't think I'll need Doppelgang. Honestly, probably don't need that either. Let's just try this. A quick little shifty boy we are. A little left lane to the right lane, you know? Oh, we're on the draw. We have both a forest and an island here, so we'll keep with this hand for sure. Oh, there's a forest as well. So Plains, mountain. I'm gonna grab an island off this so I don't mess it up. Clicking. Thank you. Then mountain here. Actually, forest and then mountain, right? Forest, Kellen, accelerate mana base. Play this. Go grab a mountain. Yeah. Even though we have a mountain in hand, I guess I could have grabbed another forest. Or Brasky Forge. Sure. 2 lands in the yard. We could just accelerate here. There's something we could do. What do you do? Whenever attacks destroy up to 1 target artifact, you control that art permanent. Play Kellen. Kellen gonna be enough to kill the forge. When this attacks, destroy up to 1 target artifact. Wow, it can. Destroy evil against me? Is that real? One, two. Honestly, I think I need to just find more mana here. This one. I'm gonna put Shigeki in the yard. That off the board. I know they have another one, but forcing them to play it is better. We need a second island for Memory Deluge. We're getting close to being able to just fog every turn. Not every turn, but like for a turn and then Memory Deluge. But we went for this play just because of the fact that we can then cannon this for 3. And then get more lands. Get our 3 lands. Sure. We'll play here. I'm kind of afraid to try to hit Pia. Is it target lands? If I fizzle here. I mean, I guess if this is gone either way, I'm happy, I guess. Probably should just go face anyway. One. 3, gain 3. And now we'll be able to fog for sure, plus memory deluge. And then we can try to get to the point where we can in them. Mounting. Brokers is an island, and I guess I just grab the island. Hey, if you have a spell, you could just cast it forever ago. Oh. I think, does that counter World Soul's Rage? I feel like it does if they would have just Lightning Helix their own creature. Could be wrong. They keep these in to answer my virtues, which is kind of funny to me. Because, like, at the end of the day, my virtues don't really do a lot. But, you know, they're allowed to do whatever they want. This is 9 mana. I'm just gonna memory deluge and fog them, I guess. Sure. I guess I pass. I could have probably 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could have played this and then done it as well. Sure. Uh-huh. Let him commit. Memory deluge. There we go. We'll just draw. Then we can blow up this board. Really just want another fog. Oh, they tapped out. Wow. I can do this. I can blue red. I'm 1 short of being kind of able to do everything that I want to do. But I can also block. If I do Virtue, right? And then I can then ill-time explosion. I guess I'm not guaranteed to even hit. That's kind of the downside, right? I mean, I think I have to. Green, green, green. Please just tap my mana and I'd have a good time. I mean, I'm gonna go for it. I guess I should have done this. These. Then we'll play this. And then they can destroy evil in my virtue. And I could, or they use destroy evil now. Or it was in exile. That's what happened to it? Yeah. So now it's, if I could block, we're good. If this gets Helix. Ooh, we're good. They die. We took the risk and it paid off. I guess right this time. Oh, I don't have enough. I don't know how much it is. So this is 18, 28, right? Yeah, 28. There. Okay. Not quite 30, but you know, enough. I can't believe we won that game. I was like, man, we are really in struggle bus mode. But figuring out the... Hello? Hair? Are we good? It's like hard to figure out the math in this deck sometimes because you make so much mana on such a quick turnaround sometimes that you're just like, what's happening? All right, everybody. That's going to do it for the video today. I had to change the outro because it was like, that video was way too long. It was like an hour, 30 minutes. So we ended up falling to the mirror, which honestly was a lot of just me being quiet and silence. And it was a lot of cuts. I didn't think it was that enjoyable of a watch. There was way too many times that we were just like, we were either goldfishing or they were goldfishing. We ended up losing 2-1, I believe. We only drew lands and they actually hit like the Nissa Slogger combo. So it wasn't technically the mirror, but for me personally, I think these two decks did the same thing, so I kept the other two matches in. I just want to be very transparent that I did lose to the Slogurk deck, but it like what it is. The amount of time that I kind of sat here and just like stared at my monitor while either I sack lands or they sack lands, and then just we really did nothing, and it just the final game came down to whoever drew better. But outside of that, this deck I like a lot. I don't know if it's kind of like the flavor of the month kind of thing where this deck's actually maybe not that good, but it's really fun to play. The weird part is the only part that I don't necessarily like is kind of some of these weird one-ofs we have to play. But I want to say it's also expensive on rares and mythics outside of the mana base. So it's a little bit deceiving, right? Because most circumstances you see the rares and mythics inside of the deck and then you're like, man, that's a lot plus all the lands. But the thing is, these lands are every single one's a common or uncommon besides this Echoing Deep, and you can argue you don't even have to play it. You can just play another one of these, another basic, another land of any type. Like, you don't actually have to play the Echoing Deep. You can, it's just very nice because of how it works. You can copy whatever one you want or need to copy. You don't need to play this. You can cut it. Outside of that, I could argue like I never really did Shigeki. I understand why it's in the list, but I never really did it. So you may be able to trim there if you're looking to actually make the deck list work. And same with Kellen. Kellen was nice, but it did just feel like an awkward. These two feel like awkward one of bullets, in my opinion. I didn't really like Galvanic Iteration is super sick because if we have 14 mana, we can kill our opponent at 20 because we can do this and this, which 14 mana seems like a ton, but realistically that's not that much for this deck with Nissas and like being able to rip these out. Actually exactly 14 mana here. So with exactly this plus this and just this mana, we can actually kill them at 20, and that's very important to note. Other than that, like we go to the sideboard. Sideboard I believe is all commons and uncommons as well, besides some Malevolent Hermit. And you can really just like maybe put extra counter spells in there. So this deck's not too difficult on the crafting system. I will say the rares or whatever, but I would argue that you probably have these if you play other blue decks. So like realistically, these are probably sitting over here and that don't need to craft. And you may have some of these, but I don't know. I would wait a little while before I would say craft a deck. It's super fun. It's super cool. You should do it. It's really competitive because yeah, it did well in a challenge, but seen decks do that in the past. I do think this deck's a little bit better than the status quo of, oh, this deck is a random one-off, for example. A great example of a deck that did well that nobody really plays. Now, is that because it's awful online? Is the Agatha's Soul Cauldron Infinite Kami combo thing where you did the thing and then you had to ping them all. Now it's awful to play online, so that might have some effect on that. But like, I don't want to recommend build this and then 2 weeks later this deck sucks. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I hope you all enjoyed. Regardless, I had fun playing the list. I honestly would probably play this a lot more in my downtime because it's so much fun to World Souls rage people and just fire the cannons whenever you can. But outside of that, I really do hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.